Hi everyone, my name is Holly, and in today's video I'm going to be doing my September TBR. So I'm actually going to be doing this TBR a little bit differently. I haven't picked ahead my books yet to read this month, and I'm going to pick them now in this video. So what I'm doing differently this month is I'm going to go to the shelves that I rarely choose from and choose books from there. I think that sounds really fun and interesting, so let's go to the first shelf that I rarely pick from. My contemporary shelf. You guys had to be expecting this, right? I don't read much contemporary, yet I own a whole shelf full of it. So I thought that I would pick a book from the shelf and read it this month. And there is one book that I'm eyeing right now, and that is this one. Whoops, sorry Ariel, you just got your face smashed. So yes, I am going to set this one aside and I'll talk about it in a second. So what other shelves do I rarely pick from? Okay, so I rarely choose from this whole top shelf. So I think I want to pick a book from this one. And I have no idea which one I want. Okay, so I'm leaning toward two. I'm leaning toward Vasa and the Night or Pennyroyal Academy, which is a middle grade fantasy book. Which one do I feel like reading? Okay. So I gotta climb up on my bed now. Okay, so I think I'm going to pick Pennyroyal Academy. I haven't read a middle grade in a bit, so let's lay this one aside. Oh, I didn't even pick the obvious one. Hello. So that's my TBR stack so far, and let's keep going. Let's see here. Which shelf do I not pick from? Oh, I know. My review shelf, of course. These books get barely any attention. So which book should I choose? Okay, this was really hard to film, but I decided to pick Wingless by Terry Levati, and this is a review book, so fantastic. Okay, so 4 books, I can do better than that. Let's pick a couple others. Okay, so I decided to pick another review book, and it's a super short one. It's called Depravity by MJ Hagg. So let's add that to the list. Okay, so I think I have a decent amount of books here because I'm not quite sure how long A Court of Wings and Ruin is going to take me to read. So I think I have a good amount that I'm pretty sure I can read throughout the month. So let me show you. So the first book that I'm definitely going to be reading is A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas. This is the third and somewhat final book to this series. There's going to be companion novels in this series as well, but I believe for this... You're making a lot of noise. What are you doing? What are you doing? Sorry. Now that my view's all messed up. Anyways, there is going to be companion novels for this series, but I believe this story is finished, so I cannot wait to delve into this. I haven't started it yet, and oh, I am so excited. So I am very, very good at sticking to my TBR. So the next book that I'll read after that one, if my heart is still alive, is Swan Boy by Nikki Sheehan, and I don't really know too much about this book. I got it for a review actually, and yeah, it's a contemporary book, and let me skim the synopsis so I can at least tell you something. Okay, so it sounds like this book follows a boy named Johnny, and his father ends up passing away, and his family has to pack up and move away into a tiny apartment in a very busy city, and they have to start their life over. He moves away from his friends, so he doesn't have any, and he ends up being a targeted bully at the new school that he attends. When all seems hopeless in Johnny's life, he ends up having an encounter with a swan, which leads to a series of events, and he ends up being the lead part in the play Swan Lake at his school. Okay, this contemporary sounds like something that I'm really going to enjoy, not those fluffy contemporaries that I don't like. This sounds a lot more serious and a lot more just something that's going to hit me in the heart, and I really hope it does that. Those are the contemporaries that I like. So I'm really excited to read this. The next book that I picked out is Depravity by MJ Hagg. So this is a fantasy book that I got for review quite some time ago, and it's a super short one, so I feel like I can read this in like a day or two. Like, it's super short. That was a weird accent. Super short. Super short. Okay, so after reading the back of it, this is another Beauty and the Beast retelling. At least that's what it sounds like. Yeah, so it looks like 16-year-old Benella is concerned with two things: avoiding the two village boys who torment her and scrounging for food to help feed her family. Unfortunately, the best wild fruit and vegetables are near the walls of the estate, a dark, misty place inhabited by an unforgiving beast. So yes, this is another Beauty and the Beast retelling. So, you know, I'm not complaining about that. I like Beauty and the Beast, so I'm really excited to get into this one. The next book I have here is Pennyroyal Academy by M.A. Larson. This is a fantasy middle grade book following a girl who just suddenly appears in the forest. She has no idea what her name is. She has no idea why she is there. And she ends up arriving at a bustling kingdom that is in the middle of a war. She is enlisted to the Pennyroyal Academy, which is a place where they train knights and princesses to train to battle for this war. I am all for this book already. I cannot wait to read this one. Like, witches and dragons and princesses and knights. Those are my hot keywords, and I am so excited. So the final book that I hope to get to this month is Wingless by Taylor Levati. And I could be mistaken, but I remember when I was looking up this author, when this book was published, I believe she was super young. Like maybe in her teens. I could be totally wrong. I could be thinking of a different author, but I'm pretty sure it was this one. So I am really curious about how she wrote this book and her writing style, and especially the plot. The plot does sound really interesting. So this book follows a girl named Annie, and I believe she is an angel, but when her wings fail to form on her 16th birthday, she is banished to Earth. She has to learn to adapt to a new race, a new world, and new challenges. And she also ends up meeting other half-angels as well. So reading the next part of the synopsis, it seems like it kind of spoils the rest of the book, and I don't want to do that for you guys. So I will be reading this month, and I will tell you my thoughts at the end of the month. So those are the books that I'm going to be reading this September. Tell me down below what books that you plan on reading, because I would love to know. Give this video a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. And until we meet again, happy reading.